Hey guys, so I run an AI lead generation agency, and this is a complete guide on exactly all of the tools you'll need to do all of these things that I'm showing you here effectively and step by step exactly the platforms that I use in my agency for my own clients, the platforms, the services, the APIs, all of the tools that I use to run my agency. You can literally use them in your own agency or for your own clients, or if you're building an outbound system in-house in your own B2B company, you're welcome to use any of these as well. Let's finish this list first. I was just writing this before I started recording the video, so I've not really finished writing it, but sending and then reply management and call booking, and that's it. Right, so these are the 8 different steps that are actually needed in running any kind of effective cold outbound. So whether that's email or whether that's phone, through email or cold email or cold calling or warm calling, any of that, you know. So the first thing in this, um, before we get started, actually, if you want to do everything in house and you're actually building a complete outbound team around it, just feel free to watch the full course that I have in my description. That's like a 2-hour course that covers literally every step of exactly how to build this entire outbound engine for your business. But if you want everything done for you, if you just want to focus on closing these clients that I book in your calendar or give your sales team the leads, then just book a call with me and I'll be happy to go into whether we can help you or not. So the first step here, going back into our, all of the AI tools and services that we'll be using, the first step is market research, and market research is mainly done by AI and your previous clients or interviews. So you need to actually understand your market, your vertical, right? And we can do that by you using your previous call recordings and interview recordings, or if you've done any kind of manual research, you can use all of that data, and you can use AI like Claude, or like just normal Claude AI to actually build a complete knowledge base around that vertical or your market, right? And I actually do this just for my own agency. So I actually run B2B, you know, if I'm running it for a healthcare marketing agency, or if I'm running it for an accounting marketing agency, or if I'm running it for a landscaping marketing agency, or any kind of vertical, you have to have a good knowledge base as to what are the pain points of this vertical, exactly what kinds of solution are they looking for, what to mention in your outreach, what not to mention in your outreach, how to construct offers. All of that will come from your knowledge base. Um, and when you do market research, you'll be able to use all of this knowledge base to construct effective offers, and offers that actually work with cold traffic. If you are making offers that actually work on YouTube, or you know um, clients that come to you through referrals or word of mouth, uh, those offers are completely different from cold traffic offers through which outbound outreach actually runs. Outreach needs to actually be able to convey your offer in a way that guarantees the ROI and shows you the timeline and promises a good deliverable that actually matters for their business and solves a very specific pain point. If that if those 3 components are there in your offer, then you'll be able to build effectively and essentially have like good reply rates and lots of leads from your campaigns, right? So market research is essentially done through AI and your previous clients' interviews. The only tools that I'll recommend here is like Claude Code or any Claude AI. Um, you can also use Fathom for, or Fireflies, or any of the tools. I actually really like, or Read.ai for these, storing your call recordings on, actually using APIs from these platforms like Fathom to actually use Claude Code and analyze your call recordings and effectively generate summaries and map your target addressable markets and understand your vertical. Because if you've never run a particular offer for a particular vertical, you'll have to actually research, right, before you actually construct offers to test. So you can do all of that by using these tools in conjunction. I always recommend Fathom, because you can find a link in my description to get you that for free. And that's like the best tool available. So that's how you do market research. For the second step, which is building your offers, you'll have to use AI and some manual tools to understand manual work to actually construct these offers. And I have a complete guide on making good offers. You can find that. I think I made that video like 2 days ago. So you can watch that video for if you want complete detail. It's like a 20-30 minute video. So I go deep into exactly how you can build good B2B offers that work with cold traffic, and how warm traffic offers are different from cold traffic offers, and all that details, right? So I do all of that. And offers are, unfortunately, you have to do that manually because AI is still a little bit finicky with making good offers, and sometimes you have to go think out of the box to have offers that actually work in the market. Because something that I've found running my agency is that whatever works in like April is not working right now. So you'll have to test different angles, test different offers when you actually start your campaigns for the first time. So yeah, doing that manual work is completely inevitable. If you completely rely on make AI on making offers and you just blindly run them, your rate of success is like anywhere from like 5 to 10%. That's it. So 9 out of 10 times you're gonna fail. So better to just understand your market first. So that's market research. Then understand how to construct offers. So then you actually watch that video that I told you about on my channel, and then you construct those offers completely. Use AI for market research and understanding. Okay, these are the pain points, and then you construct your offers. But obviously, you cannot just leave it up to the AI to do it for you. There's many different tasks that AI excels at, like scraping tasks, and researching tasks, and just traversing through like hundreds of web searches and uh, pages, and then building knowledge bases. All of these things are that AI actually is good at. If you leave it up to the AI to construct these small things that are like extremely high ROI, one of these offers you might get like a 4%, 5%, 10% reply rate, right? And if you end up getting that reply rate, then you have just generated an extremely high ROI revenue engine, right? And these offers typically work only when you've actually done your research properly. So don't outsource this part to the AI, right? Okay. I think I've blabbed enough on this step. Let's go to the step number 3, which is building your prospect list. So this needs to be written here because there's different verticals that can be constructed, for which your prospect list need to be constructed differently. So for example, B2B firms, this can be agencies, financial firms, and even e-com uh, brands. Sometimes you can find them on platforms like AI Arc. This is one of my favorites right now. You can use them. You can find them from ocean.io. These are good for something called a lookalike audience. So lookalike, if you've ever run Facebook ads, you'll know what lookalike means. But if you're not, lookalike is essentially, if you have like 5 to 10 different companies who look exactly like the target market, who look exactly like the leads that you want to convert into clients, or you already have like a few different clients that are ideal fit for you, have been the ideal fit for you. You'll take those clients and you'll feed them into platforms like AI Arc and Ocean.io, and you'll immediately get like a list of other companies that look exactly like them. Obviously, that doesn't work like all the time. It has like a success rate of like 60-70%. That's it. You'll have to be very careful when you construct these lookalike companies, but obviously you can do that. There's So the third thing is Apollo. Obviously, I think everybody on YouTube now knows about this. If you don't, then you're welcome to explore this. These are like general purpose B2B lists. These contain like almost every vertical that you can imagine, but obviously different verticals can have different specialized platforms which have like these verticals specifically. So AIR, Quotient.io, Apollo, these are general purpose B2B databases. One other one is Disco-like. This one is a little bit expensive, but it also works. Then you have local service businesses. the best way to actually get these businesses, these leads, are essentially scrape Google Maps in any location that you want. So this can be a city, this can be an area, this can be a zip code. Mostly if you're running it in US or US and Canada, zip code or postal code as we call it here. But um, essentially just scrape Google Maps and you can use anything like an outscraper. This is one of my favorite best ever tools. You can actually get free credits from the link in my description, but outscraper is like one of the best Google Map scrapers. There's another one called Serper API. uh, Essentially what you'll do is search for queries like dentist in New York, and this will give you like a list of anywhere from 30 to 200 businesses, and this will contain all different data like the domain of the company, reviews of the company, location of the company, obviously name, phone numbers, all of that, right? Everything that the business has shared on their Google business profile, you will be able to get all of these data, and then after that you'll have to actually enrich the decision makers through some kind of other service that I'll be recommending you just in a minute. But essentially just use Google Map Scraper to get any local businesses, accounting firms, dentists, med spas, any kind of healthcare business, landscapers, roofers, cleaning businesses, window cleaning, tree service. I have run offers for many of these local businesses, so you can use Google Map scraping for all of them. E-commerce leads are primarily through store leads, but I found that some of these leads have become a little bit saturated because too many people are using them to just blast AI based cold email at scale, and it's not working as well. Obviously, you can stand out with your better offer and better infrastructure deliverability, and um, just target better verticals, and but store leads is just one great option. Then you can use IP address based custom scraping, Shopify, and WooCommerce stores. So if you're familiar with using an AI agent like Gemini or ChatGPT or Claude to build like these custom scrapers that actually target all of these Shopify stores based on their IP addresses. So what this means essentially is that like these e-commerce platforms like Shopify, they have some IP ranges. So this is typically like some X dot 11 dot this typically range like this, and um, any of these IP ranges, you'll have any number of businesses that are located in these ranges of IP, and all of the stores that are hosted in that IP ranges can be scraped through these scrapers, and those are like really good at building these custom leads, store leads lists that are not available in platforms like store leads and anything. The other way that you can build these is without constructing actual scrapers is using a platform like BuiltWith. BuiltWith is essentially a platform that exposes the technology behind websites. So if an e-commerce store is constructed using Shopify, you can actually use BuiltWith to just get a list of all Shopify stores, essentially. And obviously, you'll have to filter those based on the vertical that for example, if you're only running it for like children's toys, e-commerce brands above like 10 million in revenue, then you'll have to filter after scraping. But obviously, this can be done. Right? This is a great platform as well. E-commerce, then I think agency leads are available on clutch.co. This is a good platform. Unfortunately, this doesn't have direct contacts of the decision makers at these agencies. So the next step that I'll be giving you away right now is going to be very helpful. So once you have a prospect list, obviously some platforms like Apollo and Ocean.io or AIArc or Disco, like, they give you the email addresses just immediately, like upfront, right? The problem with some of these other scraping sources are, like, for example, local service businesses and e-commerce. and agency leads, the decision maker leads are not present. So you have to use something called B2B enrichment tools like AnyMail Finder or Find Email or Lead Magic. You have to use tools like these. I really like AnyMail Finder. You can use the link in my description to get like 100 leads for free, credits for free. But essentially, these tools actually help you with getting decision maker emails from a company domain. So if your company domain is, for example, abccompany.com, a decision maker will look like, I don't know, Alex at abc.com, right? So these tools will actually help you get these decision maker emails so that you can reach out to this decision maker immediately, like directly, right, with your offer. So decision maker emails is necessary, otherwise you won't be able to actually contact these people even though you have their company domains, right? So you can use like a B2B enrichment platform to get these leads. So in some cases, building your prospect list will be like a two-step process, and in some cases it will only be like a one-step process, right? After that, you'll have to also verify your leads, and for this also you can use something like an email finder. I've found this that I've got 0% bounces by verifying my leads to email finder, so it's really good. So you can use that. I've not found million verified that to be that successful in some niches. For example, in local service businesses, they do give out a lot of bounces. So I'm a bit skeptical in using them in every vertical, but obviously you can just, your results may vary because you'll be targeting different verticals in different areas of the market. So, like if you're targeting uh, a vertical just in like a major city in the US or like a collection of major cities in the US, then obviously your result will be different. Maybe you'll get better lead quality than if you're targeting smaller cities and like less active volume of leads. um, so that's your prospect list building. The fourth part is email infrastructure. So email infrastructure is essentially you understanding how to actually build your complete structure. Like you need domains, you need mailboxes for those domains, and you need warm-up protocols, warm-up platforms if you need, and you need I think right. So yeah, you need these three things, and mostly domains can be brought from services like Porkbun or Spaceship. I like these two very much. Inboxes can be brought from a reseller like InboxKit. I really love this. Sending.ac for Azure inboxes, really good performance. You can use something like Zapmail as well, very cheap. It's like a $2-3 per inbox, which is like extremely good at scale. Otherwise, if you're buying directly from Google or Outlook, you'll be spending like $10, 7, 8, $10 per inbox, which is just not scalable, right? Warm up, you can use the sequencer as well if you're using it, a sequencer like Smartlead, or you can use a different warm up protocol that's available inside one of these mailbox platforms, right? Um, that's your email infrastructure. Then you have your phone infrastructure. So phone infrastructure is easy enough. You just need to actually either warm call leads or cold call leads if you're doing any kind of calling. So warm calling or cold calling, both of them actually work with the same platform. So you can just enrich those phone numbers with lead magic, or you can just get these phone numbers directly by scraping Google Maps, or you can use a platform like Full Enrich and so on, right? Getting phone numbers is easy enough. On one of the best platforms that I've found for at least B2B businesses that already are active on LinkedIn, getting their phone numbers is best through Disco Like. It actually has a plan which lets you get like unlimited phone numbers, which is just amazing at scale. If you're sending like 10,000 emails a day or like more, this is an extremely cost-effective way to actually get like unlimited phone numbers, especially for the US market. Sending infrastructure can be Smart Lead, Instantly, Plus5. These are like the best sending softwares, in my opinion. If you're sending more than like a million emails a month, you can also use Email Bison. Email Bison is only for like extremely high volume. So you already have like 15 different clients and you're sending like a million emails a month at least. You'll be happy to use Email Bison because this is like the best platform for one of the best platforms for high volume sending. But otherwise, Smart Lead plus Vibe are also good for volume, but depends on your mileage. Some people really love instantly, some people hate instantly. So this just depends. Like, so you can test one of like two at a time to get the feel of what you like working with. And also, if you're mostly operating your entire outbound in Cloud Code, like I do, I've shown those in this channel like many times. You can watch previous videos as well and give me more ideas as well if you want to see more Cloud Code workspace videos. But all of these platforms actually have API access, different levels of API access. Some people have said that Email Bison doesn't have like good API access, but I don't know. I've not used it myself yet. But API access essentially allows Cloud Code to connect you to these platforms so that you don't have to actually go into each campaign that you're running and get metrics yourself or generate reports yourself or even make new campaigns yourself. Like this can all be done through Cloud Code. You can just tell it in natural language and it will do all of that for you. So it's like grunt work can be automated through Cloud Code with API access. So if these sending platforms have API access, amazing, right? So you'll have to check that out, right? Reply management. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, what is happening? Why am I not? Okay, no matter. Reply management is essentially, you building an automation to make sure that your reply time is under like 5 minutes or so. This is to ensure that like you have maximum warm lead to call booked conversion. So there's warm lead is a one that answers your email, cold email with like a send me more info or how much does it cost or let's book a meeting. Those are like the best leads. So warm lead to call booked ratio needs to be as close to 100% as possible. Obviously you can't convert all your warm leads into call booked, but try to be like at least 50% plus is like a very healthy amount of leads. So if you're getting 20 leads a month, if you book 10 calls per month, you'll be closing like at a 20% close rate, you'll be closing like two clients, right? So you know 20 leads at a 50% call book rate, you'll get 10 calls. And if you have a 20% close rate, you'll get two clients per month. That's like a conservative amount, right? You can obviously do that with any amount of volume, depends on your vertical, but that's how the math works, right? Finally, you have call booking automations. So call booking essentially, you send over something like a Calendly or cal.com link and they book, or you can just book them in by sending them like two different times. Are you available at 3 p.m. on Thursday or 11 a.m. on Friday? Something like that, right? You send these over and you just book them in. That's how you do it. The other thing can be like if you have GHL, for example, you can build email automations that automatically send email reminders and stuff, and case studies or YouTube videos to your warm leads and people who already booked a call. And for example, today is Tuesday. If somebody books a call for Friday, you want to be able to send some assets, some sales assets, so that they are excited to actually get on a call with you and they just don't, they don't become a no-show, right? Nobody likes no-shows. So uh, GHL get like 14, 30 days free from the link in my description, but essentially build email automations in any other software like GHL. GHL is my favorite. Yeah, you can also use cal.com or Calendly natively to build this, but I don't prefer it because it comes like a weird with a weird logo and stuff. Obviously, you can do it if your um, vertical doesn't care about it, but um, yeah, email automations, send your case studies, send your YouTube videos, send any kind of sales assets that make people excited to explore this option with you. And yeah, that's all of the tools that I use to build, like run my agency. Hope this helps. Hope this actually is like a value packed video for you. I think I've done it, like made it quite clear. Uh, these are like all of the tools I use, and it comes to about like a 1.5K to 2K per month range, adding all of these up. I can give you like a cost breakdown as well if you want another video. Just let me know in the comments. And any questions, just let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. And if you want all of this done for you, if you want like 20 to 60 leads per month on autopilot, by letting us, my agency, do all of the hard work, and you can just focus on closing clients, just book a call and we can get started. Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow.